my God. I'm not a gooner. Listen, okay, well, there is levels to goonery, if you will. I am not at the level of gooning that most people online, I feel like, are at. Obviously, you know, I don't do NSFW nothing. I don't do anything lewd. Like, I'm just talking and gaming. That's all I do. Now, don't get me wrong. I do follow a lot of my friends that do that kind of stuff. You know, they get a little sussy, a little lewd, if you will. And I am supporting their endeavors. I'm not doing the endeavors myself. So I feel like already at the start, I'm at a lower level of gooning than everybody else is. Yeah, I dabble, if you will. I might partake in a little sip. I'm not doing anything crazy. I'm not watching anything too crazy. I'm not doing it often either. And I feel like that's the most important part, is that I'm not very often looking at or entertaining goonery activities. You know, I support my friends. I support what they be doing. You're just making it sound like a specific taste of vintage gooning. That's exactly what I was going for. Not the key. Listen, vor is not for me personally. Whatever, as long as there are consenting adults, I don't care too much about what you're doing. That's just not my thing. The V of VTuber stands for vor. No, it doesn't. Well, this all started with, I was defending myself from gooner allegations because Luna said specifically that somebody else was lying by saying I wasn't a gooner. Back to what I was saying. I'm not a gooner to the levels of goonery that most people online are. I guess it really depends on, like, at what level are you called a gooner? I think that's the question. Where is gooner? Because in my mind, gooner is like, I feel like a minimum of like daily partaking in those things. I don't know how much I can say without like getting in trouble. Oh, but that's what I was saying is like, there are different terms too, because like at what level are you a gooner? At what level are you a degenerate? At what level is a pervert? I feel like jerking it 5 to 10 times a day is considered gooning. See, but like that's what level, which words? Because there's a level of like partaking in like jerking it that like is not bad. Like personally, I feel like if you're busting a nut 1 to 2 times a day, I don't think that's bad. I don't think that's like degenerate or anything like that. Yeah, like that's healthy. Exactly. Those are healthy levels, especially for like men. I know men are supposed to be, if you have a prostate, if you got balls, if you got a prostate, that is important for you to be doing that. It is healthy for you to be regularly busting a nut, to be like, just to be frank. I don't know at what levels, you know, women, non-ball haver, prostate owner, whatever you want to call it, we're supposed to be doing it. I don't know. I know just some degree. But in saying that, I don't think that beating it 1 to 3 times a day, I don't think that's crazy. Like that's not at any level of, I don't know if the like term like gooning, gooner, degenerate, pervert, like whatever you want to like say, I wouldn't put a negative connotation to it. Now, if you're at the point where you're doing it like 5, 10 times a day, it is an addiction and you are disrupting your flow of life because you have to be doing this. What level is that? What do we call that? Outside of just having like a porn addiction. What are the terms? And at what level does what term go to? That's Jay on Goonery. So Jay releasing that. Oh my God. That's what I'm looking for. Those are the like term, like what term goes to what exactly? Because like one person who comes in like regularly calls himself a degenerate, but I don't consider him a degenerate. Like degenerate is seen most of the time in the negative context, and I don't think he's like meaning it in the way of like there being a monetary transaction for it. He's just like an ethical gooner. That's the word. That's the word I was looking for. Ethical gooning. I'm loving this combo. It's actually funnily interesting. I'm a curious girl. I'm a curious gal, if you will. Can't wait to explain to my friends why I'm not hanging out with them because I'm listening to a bat talking about gooning. First of all, I think I have beat the gooner allegation because one, I don't even have time to be gooning. I spend most of my day video editing because I'm my own video editor. So all of those daily shorts that I've been posting every day, which I've been posting shorts every day on my Instagram, on my TikTok, on my YouTube, on my Blue Sky every day. That's all me, baby. And it's hard because I have to go through my VODs, the whole 4 hours of this bitch talking nonstop and try to find the good clips. I don't have time. Jay can't goon because she's too busy streaming every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 7 p.m. CST. I'm just a curious person. I like, y'all know, I like having those deeper conversations, whether it be about world issues like politics and the right versus left, which is really should be up versus down, or if it's about gooning. I want to have those deeper conversations and really dial in and unpack topics, no matter the topic. See, this is how I know I'm not that deep into it or anything. Apparently, I learned about this. There are videos, it's like a rhythm game of like beating your meat. Like it's like a porno and you have to like beat it at the rhythm that it has. I didn't know about the gooning is closely associated. Yeah, I get that, but I feel like the word has also been watered down in like the way that like a lot of words and terms don't really mean what they originally meant. Gooner has been watered down significantly to not be solely associated with a porn addiction in the same way that like it was when that word first started circulating. Go look it up on Twitter. It ain't watered down. I mean, I don't trust Twitter for shit, but like still is the association there. Don't get me wrong, but I know in a lot of like spaces, it is not as strongly to a porn addiction as it is. People just use it jokingly or use it like just to say that like, you know, they're gonna go goon. Like they use it interchangeably just with like saying they're going to go like beat their meat. They're not porn addicts whenever they're saying that. It's just like that's how the term has been watered down, you know? Yeah, Cinder had to change his chat's name from Goons. Oh, it was so tragic. Listen, that's a whole nother thing. Is like it used to be cool to be a goon, but then Gooner came out and like goon isn't what it used to be of like dealing with like the mob and like the like tough guys and whatnot. And like, no, that's not the term anymore.